This morning, developing news for Dane County's next Director of Health and Human Services. The overnight vote that's adding controversy to the nominee.
Plus, the cleanup begins this morning after a massive train derailment in western Wisconsin. The latest from emergency management on the investigation.
And here's your first look outside this morning. The sun coming up over Madison. We're going to see a lot of it today, but not for long. Kelly has some big changes coming in the forecast.
That's right, Leah. Enjoy today because we do have a cold front moving in later tonight. That'll bring us some rain. It might be cold enough. Some of that rain may mix with some snowflakes. Details come up.
Good morning, everybody. We want to start right away with breaking news overnight of a deadly military crash. 3 are dead. This happened in Alaska, about 200 miles north of Anchorage, just south of Fairbanks. You're taking a look at a map of the location right now.
We're learning the Army that says 2 helicopters were returning from a training flight when they crashed. 4 people were on board. 2 died at the scene. A 3rd died on the way to the hospital. A 4th soldier is injured, but we do not know the extent of those injuries yet.
Now, this is one of several recent crashes involving U.S. Army helicopters. Last month, 2 Blackhawks collided during a training mission in Tennessee. All 9 soldiers on board were killed. And in February, 2 soldiers were injured when an Apache crashed after takeoff in Alaska. This is very much a developing story this morning. As we learn more about the circumstances surrounding that crash, we will push them out via our news app.
6:01 right now. Let's get to Kelly Slifka and your first look at your first warn forecast. Just looking at today, we'll just enjoy that sunshine, Kelly. Do we have to talk about the weekend?
Yeah, let's just highlight those out. But yeah, we got one more nice day. Yesterday, just a beautiful day. Today will be kind of a repeat. It may actually be a couple degrees warmer. There is a cold front, though, that will bring an end to this nice mild weather. That'll bring in some showers late tonight and on and off showers, mainly tomorrow morning. I think tomorrow afternoon will be dry, but then we'll get more rain moving in. And it might be cold enough on Sunday that we can't rule out a few snowflakes mixed in with some of that rain. So it is chilly this morning, sitting at 35 with the clear skies where they've had some cloud cover, a little bit milder up to the north and west near the Dells with 40s. These will be mainly some high thin clouds that'll filter out the sun a little bit. Already in the low 60s early this afternoon, topping out the upper 60s later today. So enjoy the nice weather today. No problems on the roads this morning, just a little bit chilly with clear skies, partly cloudy skies at the noon hour. And we'll look at partly cloudy skies this afternoon. We'll time out the rain chances and even that possibility of snow coming up in just a bit.
Kelly, thank you very much. Let's take a live look now at the Mississippi River in Wisconsin as it finally starts to recede in La Crosse. Levels also expected to drop near hard-hit Dubuque by tomorrow night.
That isn't stopping road closures up and down river this morning. A section of Highway 35 in Fountain City is under several feet of water, with flooding creeping into those businesses. Law enforcement says to pay attention to road closure signs because even if the road looks clear, there could be washouts underneath. Those closures are expected to last through the weekend.
And this way I'll be able to probably fish right out my front door here. I had no idea that I was going to be going through this. Yep, my kids all came down, family, friends, a lot of the neighbors.
That was a Grant County resident talking about their experience with the flooding. Take a look at this new drone video showing what communities in Grant and Crawford counties are dealing with at this hour. Many residents in Bagley have evacuated until the water recedes.
In Crawford County, State Highway 82 near the Blackhawk Bridge into Lansing, Iowa is still closed. That's a big thoroughfare between Wisconsin and Iowa. You'll have to find alternate routes across the river. You can find those in Prairie du Chien and north in La Crosse. Our team is staying on top of that flooding across the viewing area this morning. You can check out the latest conditions, including any flood watches or warnings in your neck of the woods with our First Warn weather app. Just search WISC weather in your app store.
Now to a developing story overnight at 6:03. 2 more boards will vote on the next director of Dane County Human Services after a unanimous no vote for Sheila Stubbs.
It comes from the Health and Human Needs Board after a 5-hour meeting overnight, ending in a recommendation against her confirmation. That's according to reporting from the Isthmus this morning. There have been concerns about whether Stubbs would step down as a state representative to become director after she said she could do both. At last night's meeting, Stubbs said she's been treated differently because of the color of her skin. She says she thinks she is qualified to run the health department. Now, this process isn't quite over. Both the finance and personnel committees still need to provide their recommendations. The full Dane County Board will make a final decision.
can do, especially when...
New this morning, Republicans in the state legislature are touting their plans to give more money to local governments.
They're calling it an historic investment, but details are still limited. WISC Politics reporting this morning the plan would take 1 penny from the state's 5-cent sales tax to create a new fund for local governments. There are some strings attached, including caveats requiring local governments to maintain law enforcement, fire, and medical spending from the previous year. It would also ban local public health officials from closing businesses for 2 weeks in response to an outbreak or epidemic without local government permission. The plan would give $227 million more to county and municipal aid, double law enforcement training grants, and provide at least a 10% increase in municipality funding. It is 6:05 on a Friday morning as we celebrate 3 area schools this week. Our final winner this morning for our Time for Kids Earth Day contest. I was lucky enough to be in Middleton to help them dedicate their brand new tree. It is our 3rd and final giveaway for the Time for Kids Earth Day contest, and we were at Crombie Middle School where we just planted this tree. And how is it looking? Woo! Loving this energy. This has been such a fun week to showcase what we have going on positive here in our community when it comes to sustainable living. I want to start off with Nakia Bramlett with SSM Health, and you guys are our partners in this. And what we've seen this week has been pretty incredible.
Absolutely. It's extremely incredible. What these students have done is amazing. They're committed to sustainability all across their school, so we're happy to be here.
And why has SSM really been a big part of this, and why is sustainable living such an important part of our practice?
Yeah, so we've been doing our Time for Kids campaign for a while now, but our organization has always been committed to sustainability. So we know that when we take care of our environment and when we take care of the earth, we take care of ourselves. So that's important to us.
Yeah, we have this wonderful maple tree that has been planted by our partners over at Maple Leaf Landscaping. I want to bring in Danielle Lee. You and your team have been really working hard this year. And what really made you guys want to be part of this Earth Day contest?
Sure. This small but very mighty team has made huge impacts on our school community. Just to name a few things, they've done a food audit, they've done a sustainability challenge, and right now they're working on creating more proper recycling in the lunchroom. And so we want to really showcase the hard work that they have been doing.
Yeah, and you say small but mighty team because
Yes.
this is no small effort.
No, not at all. They have put in a lot of hard work.
You know, where do you kind of see this going forward for Crombie? Because this is a big deal. This is our future.
Sure, this is just the start. We have big plans. We would like to put in a compost bin. That is our next big thing. But they have lots of good ideas, and I see this going on for a while.
And yeah, we have 5th through 7th graders here, including Eliz. Eliz, you know, tell me what inspired you to be part of the green team here at Crombie?
I was inspired to join the green team so that I could teach others and learn how to be more sustainable at school.
And what do you think about that beautiful tree right there?
It's awesome.
Well, congratulations to all of you. Beautiful tree there. Again, our 3rd and final winner here of the Time for Kids Earth Day contest. We do want to thank our partners at SSM Health and also Maple Leaf Landscaping for planting that beautiful tree here. What do you think one more time here for the Crombie Cougars? Woo! That'll do it from Middleton. Oh, shout out to them for having me out there yesterday. What a fun time, and really well-deserved for their positive work going on at Crombie.
I still can't get over how you got the nice day. Meanwhile, Chris Stanford on Monday had to wear a stocking cap and gloves.
It was nice and sunny. We had to use the sunglasses and everything. So
Congrats to those winners. Very cool.
Yeah, very, very good stuff happening in our community.
All right, it's 6:08 now. Let's take a live look outside. The sun coming up over Madison. Bit of a cloudy morning, but that's not going to stick around. We'll tell you just how warm it's going to get for your Friday afternoon before a big cool down tomorrow.
Also ahead, we're live in the 608 ahead of the Wisconsin Grilled Cheese Championship. A preview of the big weekend event Leah and I are set to host. We'll be right back.
Furniture and Appliance Mart is hosting a massive appliance blowout. Dishwashers start at $11 a month. Refrigerators start at $12 a month. And washer and dryer pairs start at $18 a month. Plus 72 months special financing at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
The garage door is America's new front door. So why not look at it in a whole new way? Let Precision's experienced designers come to you. Let us show you the difference a new Precision garage door can make.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust. We're doing everything we can to reduce our carbon footprint.
We are 100% employee owned.
We are Barnes.
Landscape design can be overwhelming. Our experienced residential landscape designers work together with you to make any vision come to life. Welcome to Barnesville. From planting to tree and shrub pruning, seeding to sodding, mowing to mulching, and everything in between. Discover the Barnes difference. Get started at barnesinc.net.
Good news. This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Choose FlexBuy on Escape and get 0% APR financing for 66 months only at your local Ford dealer.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Hey, it's your dry skin. Every day we lose ceramides I need to seal in moisture. CeraVe delivers 3 essential ceramides to help restore my barrier so I can lock in moisture, feel hydrated, and look healthy. CeraVe Facial Moisturizing Lotions.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Ashley is hosting a massive inventory blowout sale. Get guaranteed lowest prices on furniture and mattresses and save even more on clearance items. Plus, low monthly payments with no money down and free delivery in 3 days or less. Only at Ashley.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
We're back at 6:11 on a Friday morning and in the 6:08 with a preview of the Wisconsin Grilled Cheese Championship that Leah and I are set to MC tomorrow.
Can't wait. 5-time champion and Highland resident Zach Washa, a contestant again this year. He joins us live from Dodgeville. Good morning, Zach. Good to see you.
Good morning, Leah. Good morning, Josh. How are you?
Oh, we are doing great, and we're going to be doing even better tomorrow when we're talking about the Grilled Cheese Champion. This is the 10th anniversary for this, and you're a 5-time champion. So what is it like to be competing once again this year, Zach?
Honestly, it's been really stressful trying to come up with completely new stuff that hasn't been done before.
I bet.
And I've been freaking out, actually. Even as a champ, I'm still not entirely into it.
Hey, you got to keep a cool brow, buddy.
But no, I've come up with a couple of things. I know, right? No, absolutely. No, I've come up with a couple that are really good. I showed you guys the bourbon bacon jam with reserve Gouda on Italian bread. So that's the one that I showed you guys earlier. It's absolutely fantastic. It's one of my favorites. And then this one that I'm cooking up is a Wisconsin brandy old-fashioned grilled cheese. This is my dessert grilled cheese this year. It's kind of ridiculous.
I think Leah is drooling.
You can see the cherries popping out there.
Already mentioning that I'm going to have to like rein her in tomorrow from eating like 17 grilled cheeses. I can already tell this is going to be a problem, Zach.
Well, here, all right, Leah, just come over, hang out by my station. I'll like give you a little like bacon or, some brandy old fashioned, we'll be all right.
Zach's going to be feeding me in the corner. Zach, our meteorologist Kelly is just looking over my shoulder at these delicious, delicious sandwiches. Hey, what did you win for in years past? I want to say it was that bacon Gouda one, right?
No, actually, so last year I won with a smoked cremacasa from Car Valley on the same Italian bread. That's the one that Josh had last year, and then I had a bacon aioli that topped it. In years past, I won with the dessert grilled cheese, macerated raspberries, chocolate-covered bacon, mascarpone, on a chocolate chip bread. I mean, just absolutely decadent. It's almost like an ice cream sundae in a sandwich.
Oh my gosh.
So that's been really fun.
These are no basic grilled cheeses.
The first year I won, the first year I won was it was a Gruyere and a sweet jalapeno jam, which that was really on sourdough. That one was really cool.
This is a man I can
just
get
coming
behind.
up with this stuff, trying to make stuff, just ridiculous.
All right, let's bring up the details for the event this weekend. Again, Josh and I are going to be hosting. We would love to see you. It's at Harris Park in Dodgeville. Starts right around 11. Doors open at 10:45. If Zach is going to have anything near the quality of grilled cheeses he's had in the past, you folks are going to want to be there. Zach, we appreciate your time this morning. This looks amazing.
Yeah, this is going to be so much fun. We look forward to being there tomorrow.
Absolutely.
And
Thank you.
eating all of this cheesy goodness. It's going to be so much fun down in Dodgeville. You can find more information on this story at channel3000.com. And remember, you can always reach out with your inspiring stories. We love to feature them here, especially if it involves food. And Leah's probably going to be in on that as well. And I think Kelly's a little jealous. Kelly, you going to come down to Dodgeville with us tomorrow?
I am a little jealous. You're going to have to bring some of that back.
Isn't that impressive?
I tell you, the combinations they come up with, and they got to redo it year after year, just amazing. So, yeah, enjoy that. But we're not going to be enjoying the weather too much going into the weekend, so enjoy this afternoon because kind of a repeat of yesterday. One last mile day until probably next Wednesday. So we're going to be in a period of some cool weather, the slow-moving storm system moving in for the weekend. It'll come in late tonight with a cold front, and then we're talking about some rain and even some snowflakes possibly mixed in as we go into a Saturday night and Sunday night. Here's the culprit. Here's the front. Stalled off to our west right now. It has been producing some showers in northwestern parts of the state. Starting to see a few clouds, mainly some mid and high level clouds that are streaming into southwestern areas of the state. In fact, as we look at our Queen Bee radio sky cam here, you can see some of these high, thin clouds. That'll filter out the sun a little bit today, so maybe not as bright of blue as what we saw yesterday, but still just an absolutely gorgeous day, so enjoy it. Because we are looking at some more rain, I know we have all the flooding along the Mississippi River. I don't really think it'll impact the levels too much. It's not going to be coming down real heavy at any given point. It's just going to be the duration of the rain event starting tomorrow, and it will continue right through Sunday and even into Monday. 1/4 to 1/2 of an inch in Madison. As you get toward La Crosse, maybe 3/4 of an inch to upwards of an inch. So we're going to be below normal. Our average highs in the low to mid 60s as we go through the next 10 days. So unfortunately, the weekend just does not look great with temperatures in the 50s Saturday, 40s Sunday and Monday. Then we finally get closer to the averages, it looks like, by the middle and later part of next week. So go out and enjoy the terrace today because it's going to be beautiful. A lot of people out there, I'm sure, as the sun will be setting now at 7:55. Not much of a wind either. Partly sunny skies expected. It is chilly this morning, 35 with the clear skies in Madison, 39 in the Dells across Dane County, 41, one of the warmer spots in Mount Horeb, 35 in Oregon, and Cottage Grove, Stoughton currently at 35 as well. So we've got the 30s this morning. Quickly, though, with that sunshine now coming up, we'll be rising quickly through the low 60s at the noon hour. Just some of these high, thin clouds filtering out the sun a little bit this afternoon, topping out in the upper 60s, maybe even a couple degrees warmer than yesterday. So we got tomorrow morning. We'll start to see some of the rain moving in, 7 to 10 o'clock. I know we got Crazy Legs Run. May have to deal with some of that rain at least early on. Then after that, I think most of the afternoon should be dry. Just going to be breezy and cold. We're looking at the snow on the backside of this on Sunday, so we've got it all for you coming in for the upcoming weekend. Some rain and snow mixed up. The first warm forecast brings in the cold weather for the weekend. Much better weather by the middle part of next week.
The Packers didn't have to wait long to make their first-round selection in this year's NFL Draft. And the thought was, with the 13th overall pick, maybe help out Jordan Love and get him a weapon on offense. Nope. Instead, they decided to go defense and take Iowa DN Lucas Van Ness. Last season, as a sophomore, he earned second-team All-Big Ten honors for racking up 11 TFLs and 6.5 sacks with the Hawkeyes. He spent draft night in Fontana, Wisconsin, so it's fitting he's now a Packer.
You know, I'm at a loss for words. Just, you know, finally coming to a sense of my emotions. I'm extremely happy to see this all come to fruition. And, you know, I couldn't have asked for a better result. And I'm just so happy to be a Packer. And, you know, obviously go Pack Go. You know, I grew up in Chicago, and I was always a hockey kid. So honestly, I was a Blackhawks fan, and, you know, couldn't be happier to be on Green Bay.
The Jefferson baseball team is coming off back-to-back state runner-up finishes, and even though it's early, the Eagles believe that they can win it all this year. That confidence comes from their head coach, Greg Featherston, who sets his team up with a mindset for success. For over 2 decades, good job, Greg Featherston has been leading Jefferson baseball.
Without him, we would be nowhere close to where we were.
Over 350 wins, 4 trips to state, 3 runner-up trophies, and a state championship.
He knows how to be successful and how to win, and that's helpful. And he passes that on to all the coaches and the players that you can do what you want to do, and that's how you're going to get successful, by believing in what you can do.
And from the start, Featherston's been about one thing.
You got to go up there, believe you're going to make a play. You got to believe that you're going to be able to put the ball in play, and believe that your teammates are going to make things happen. So that's kind of been our word, believe.
Getting his Eagles to believe they can succeed.
Any doubts in your head, you're going to have a higher chance of not getting the job done. So just believing in ourselves and our team, we're going to have more confidence, more energy, and just play better. Not always the most skilled team wins, and he says that a lot. You got to believe in what you have and what you can do and all the work that you put in.
It's a message this group takes to heart.
Attack that ball.
For him, belief is just like your mindset. If you don't have a good mindset, or you don't believe that you can do it, you're not going to do it. So that's his big thing, is believing that you can do the job in the right spot.
No matter if they're swinging for the fences or not. That's it for morning sports. Have a great day.
Thank you, Zach. 6:20 right now. Coming up, new images of a bear spotted outside, obviously, overnight in Dane County.
We wish it was in.
Yeah, you do.
In a safe way. And the Beltlines Flex Lane having a big impact on commute times. How much faster is it making your drive? We've got a special report by Susan Simon.
And as we head to break, a look at those gas prices as we head into the weekend. We'll be right back.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Cobison Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup, and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, or current Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap back.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
This is Beth. She's in an endless aisle of flat pack furniture she'll never have time to assemble. What Beth really needs is a break from the DIY with my new Calvin bedroom. She'll love the gorgeous detail on the stylish chevron headboard. In stunning white and calming gray finishes, the 5-piece set still only costs $9.99. And with Bobtastic delivery, she can get white glove unpacking, assembly, trash removal, and more. Why do more when you can spend less and get more? Take a break. Spring break at Bob's Discount Furniture.
When the Murrays discovered Gain scent beads, they fell in love with the irresistible scent. So did their dog Roger. Gain scent beads keep even the stinkiest stuff smelling fresh.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and I make fresh, delicious Papa Murphy's pizza.
Hi, I'm Zach, and I make the Papa Murphy's pizza.
Sure, that's take and bake. We built it with the freshest ingredients. You bake it fresh in your oven.
By you mean me, so technically, I make the pizza.
Super good pizza, Kylie.
Oh, Kylie, so good.
Right now, enjoy big-time taco flavors on a pizza with the limited-time Taco Grande. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Welcome back. We don't have a lot of these in our neck of the woods, but overnight a bear spotted in southern Wisconsin.
Take a look at this image from a Ring camera. Police say it happened in the village of Mount Horeb around 10 o'clock last night. These new images here. The resident says that the bear wandered off into Seward Lake County Park after this sighting. According to the Wisconsin DNR, this is not uncommon given the time of year. Black bears are generally skittish and non-aggressive in nature. However, Leah, police are asking you to remain vigilant and stay away from them when outdoors.
Well, they're hungry now because they're just coming out of hibernation, so they haven't eaten in several months. So that's why they're out looking for food. And there's not a lot of food out there yet. So
don't you guys think this looks like my dog? Like, that is roughly the size of my dog.
That is a little, it's a smaller black bear.
Yeah, that one looks small.
Where's Mama?
Hasn't eaten in a while.
Yeah.
I'll be your mom.
No. So we always talk about this, but
we should
Leah
explain
and her bears.
Yeah, I love bears. We're always out hiking.
And you've never seen them.
I would like to safely see one from a distance. We took my parents out to Glacier National Park a couple years back, and Zach and I went on a hike, and while they were in the car waiting for us, they saw a bear. And we didn't.
We're always joking because we're like, Leah's gonna purposely mistakenly leave something out just so she can see
I recommend going to, have you ever heard of the Vince Chute Sanctuary, Bear Sanctuary?
No.
It's in Orr, Minnesota.
Okay.
And you'll see a ton of bears. And they're coming in from the wild. You're basically up on a stage and you get to watch the bears roam around.
Wow.
Hundreds of bears, especially late in the summer.
That.
Yeah, you got to check that out.
I would love that. Hey, give us a quick weather.
Yeah, we've got a nice day again today, looking at kind of a repeat of yesterday. Even though it is starting out chilly, temperatures in the mid-30s, but we should see filtered sunshine throughout the afternoon. Low 60s at the noon hour, headed in the upper 60s, a beautiful afternoon. So get out and enjoy because things will be changing going into the upcoming weekend.
All right, 6:26 right now. Live look outside as we go to break. We'll be right back on this Friday.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's time to march into deer season. Get your John Deere 1025R with a 120R loader for just $195 per month. Get a John Deere now. And
power up at Sloan's.
Think Sloan's first.
Get your next project started with the 11% off everything at Menards. Let the fresh spring air in with a new Larson Storm Door featuring screen-away technology. This Lakeview Storm Door is just $299.99 after rebate. Keep your furry friends happy, healthy, and safe with innovative products from PetSafe. From pet fences to training collars and more. This remote trainer dog collar for smaller dogs is only $159.95 plus the 11% savings.
Save big money at Menards.
A supper club, a place that serves supper. We started off with a house coffee, garden salad, a potatoes au gratin, bacon wrapped scallops. Hello, little friends. Old fashioned. That's superior.
Milk with your cereal with Fairlife. It's more like cereal with your ultra-filtered milk with a creamy taste plus 50% more protein, 50% less sugar. Turn nutrition into nutrition. Fairlife ultra-filtered milk.
Good news. This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Choose FlexBuy on Explorer or Edge and get 0.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $500 FlexBuy cash.
Wallersheim Winery and Distillery, the home of Wisconsin's favorite wine and the Wallersheim Old Fashioned. Located in Prairie du Sac and available throughout Wisconsin.
Are we still on for 3?
I'm on phone.
When your team needs more space to work and eat.
Carl, is that mackerel?
No, it's a trout.
It matters where you stay.
Fish tacos?
Carl.
Hilton for the stay.
Team, I need a volunteer. We need promotional products.
I'm on it.
4imprint makes promotional product success easy. For high-quality items, go to 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain. Run with Sloan's on a John Deere X350, built for taking it easy. Get yours for $57 per month with 4.9% for 60 months and nothing down. Get a John Deere now and
power up at Sloan's.
Think Sloan's first.
This morning, developing news for Dane County's next Director of Health and Human Services. The overnight vote that's adding controversy to the nominee.
Plus, the cleanup begins this morning after a massive train derailment in western Wisconsin. The latest from emergency management on the investigation.
And a first look for you outside on this Friday morning. The sun coming up over Madison. We're going to see a lot of it today before a big change-up on the way for your weekend. Kelly has the details.
That cold front will be moving in not until tonight, so enjoy today's weather because some big changes for the weekend include some rain and much cooler weather.
Good morning, everybody. We want to start with breaking news overnight of a deadly military crash. 3 are dead. It happened in Alaska, about 200 miles north of Anchorage, just south of Fairbanks. You're taking a look at a map of the location right now.
Right now, the Army says 2 helicopters were returning from a training flight when they crashed. 4 people were on board. 2 died at the scene, a third on the way to the hospital. A 4th soldier is injured, but we do not know the extent of those injuries.
Now, this is one of several recent crashes involving U.S. Army helicopters. Last month, 2 Blackhawks collided during a training mission in Tennessee. All 9 soldiers on board were killed. And in February, 2 soldiers were injured when an Apache crashed after takeoff in Alaska. This is very much a developing story this morning. As we learn more about the circumstances surrounding that crash, we'll push them out via our news app.
6:31 now. Kelly Slifka has a first look at your first warn forecast on this Friday. Soak up the sun there, Kelly.
Yeah, it looks like just a beautiful day again today. We're looking at just filtered sunshine, just some high, thin clouds, but another mild day out ahead of this cold front. Very slow-moving system. Will come in late tonight, more likely tomorrow morning, bring us some rain, and then eventually some cooler weather. So right now the rain is well off to our west. So enjoy today. One more mild day. Probably have to wait until next Wednesday to get back into some more warm temperatures. Cold front arrives tonight. That'll bring in some showers by tomorrow morning. And we'll see on and off rain throughout the weekend, and can't even rule out a little bit of snow mixed in with some of that rain as well as we close out the month of April. Temperatures right now chilly, 35 because of the clear skies where they have had a little bit more cloud cover, sitting in the 40s. Will rise quickly into the low 60s here at the noon hour. Light east winds, less than 10 miles per hour. Should be in the upper 60s with partly sunny skies going into the afternoon. No problems on the roads this morning or this afternoon with clear skies. We'll look at partly cloudy skies for the afternoon as temperatures climb the upper 60s. More details on that front and also the timing of the rain coming up in just a bit.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. Let's take a live look now at the Mississippi River in Wisconsin as it finally starts to recede in La Crosse. Levels also expected to drop near hard-hit Dubuque, Iowa tomorrow night.
That isn't stopping road closures up and down river this morning. A section of Highway 35 in Fountain City is under several feet of water with flooding creeping into local businesses. Law enforcement says to pay attention to road closure signs because even if the road looks clear, there could be washouts underneath. Those closures are expected to last through the weekend.
And this way I'll be able to probably fish right out my front door here. I had no idea that I was going to be going through this. Yep, my kids all came down, family, friends, a lot of the neighbors.
Closer to home, that was a Grant County resident talking about their experience with the current flooding. Take a look at this new drone video showing what communities in Grant and Crawford counties are dealing with. Many residents in Bagley have evacuated until the water recedes.
And in Crawford County, State Highway 82 near the Blackhawk Bridge into Lansing is still closed this morning. It's a big thoroughfare between Wisconsin and Iowa. You'll have to find alternate routes across the river, downriver in Prairie du Chien, or up north in La Crosse. Our team is staying on top of the flooding across our viewing area. You can check out the latest conditions, including any flood watches or warnings for your neck of the woods on our First Warn Weather app. Just search WISC Weather in our app store.
Developing news this morning at 6:33, 2 more boards will now vote on the next director of Dane County Human Services after a unanimous no vote for Sheila Stubbs.
It comes from the Health and Human Needs Board after a 5-hour meeting overnight, ending in a recommendation against her confirmation. That's according to reporting from the Isthmus this morning. There have been concerns about whether Stubbs would step down as state representative to become director after she said she could do both. At the meeting, Stubbs said she's being treated differently because of the color of her skin, and she believes she's qualified to run the health department. Now, this process isn't quite over. Both the Finance and Personnel Committees still need to provide their recommendations. The full Dane County Board will make a final decision. And new this morning, Republicans in the state legislature are touting their plans to give more money to local government.
They're calling it an historic investment, but details are still limited this morning. WISC Politics reporting the plan would take 1 penny from the state's 5-cent sales tax to create a new fund for local governments. There are some strings attached, though, including caveats requiring local governments to maintain law enforcement, fire, and medical spending from the previous year. It would also ban local public health officials from closing businesses for 2 weeks in response to an outbreak or epidemic without local government permission. The plan would give $227 million more to county and municipal aid, double law enforcement training grants, and provide at least a 10% increase in municipality funding.
An update now. 4 railroad workers are recovering this morning after a trail derailment in Wisconsin along the Mississippi. Take a look at this drone video from the derailment. This is in Ferryville. It's about 25 miles north of Prairie du Chien. Nearly 24 cars came off the tracks. 2 of them ended up floating down the river. Look at that. The train was carrying hazardous materials, but emergency management says none of it spilled.
The cargo that is being carried is batteries, oxygen, and paint. The response is no hazard to the public. There is no hazardous materials that we are concerned about for public safety.
Again, 4 crew members on board are recovering from injuries. The cause of this derailment is still under investigation. 6:35 on your Friday. Your drive down the Beltline this morning, it's nearly twice as fast as it was just a year ago.
The flex lanes on the Beltline are the reason, but how exactly do they work? Well, our Susan Simon went inside Wisconsin's Traffic Nerve Center to find out.
Rush hour in Madison has been a maddening experience for decades. Over 130,000 cars traverse the Beltline every day. So DOT engineers decided to flex their options, turning the shoulder into a 4th lane to release the pressure. It's a move being seen in many large cities.
The flex lane is the first in Wisconsin. There aren't any others in Wisconsin.
The DOT opened the flex lanes July 13th. In less than a year, they've cut commute times in half and reduced the number of accidents. But speeding remains a concern.
We do notice that speeds in the flex lane are higher than they are in the other 3 lanes. The flex lane is the no truck lane, so there aren't any trucks in that lane.
A green arrow tells drivers you can drive in the flex lane. A red X means the lane is closed, and a yellow X warns you the flex lane is ending soon. The flex lane runs for 10 miles from the I-3990 interchange to just east of Whitney Way. It opens when congestion on the Beltline starts to build, so you may be wondering who's watching that and who makes that call. The flex lanes are monitored 24 hours a day and operated remotely from Milwaukee.
We are in the Wisconsin DOT Bureau of Traffic Operations Traffic Management Center.
On big screens, the Traffic Management Center monitors highways across the state to get a live, real-time view of what's happening. How big of an area are we watching from this place?
So the state has 500 plus cameras around the state, from the state line all the way to Superior.
The idea is to keep drivers safe with information on road conditions, construction, and crashes. If there's an incident on any highway, it shows up here as a green, yellow, or red alert. The Wisconsin State Patrol's dispatch also sits in this room.
And when we have an incident on camera, it's great that we can share that video directly with the trooper in the field before they arrive so they can see what they're coming into.
What do you not do from here?
We do not enforce the law here. We don't have the ability to ticket somebody from the control room. We get asked that question a lot. You know, if we do see egregious violations of the law, a drunk driver perhaps or aggressive drivers, we can call that into law enforcement if we observe it on camera.
18 full-time employees at the TMC monitor traffic around the clock. Melanie is operating the flex lane. How many cameras are there on the flex lane alone?
36.
36. And so how many sections are you looking at each day?
Anywhere from 25 to 28 segments.
Getting the flex lane open is not as simple as flipping a switch. The entire 10 miles is checked for debris and other hazards.
The 36 cameras on the flex lane are used to, progressively view that pavement from one end to the other at the same time that an FST, a Dane County Sheriff's deputy, is driving through the lane in the other direction.
It is Melanie's call to decide if and when the flex lanes will open. I'm feeling stressed looking over your shoulder. You've got a lot of responsibility.
And being able to combine all of it and in a system like the flex lane that can really help out a community like Madison, I'm very proud of it. I'm very happy that we've been able to do it, and it's been a success.
So when before this actually happened, it would take you from Verona Road to the interstate 24 minutes. Now that time has been reduced to 12 minutes. So that's a 50% reduction time, which is pretty crazy.
Absolutely incredible. If you'd like to learn more about the flex lanes, head over to channel3000.com.
Definitely making a difference out there. All right, it's coming up on 6:40 right now. Let's take a live look outside on a Friday morning. Hey, the sun is shining. It's a beautiful start outside.
It is indeed.
Maybe take the dog for a walk this morning, Leah. It's going to be a beautiful day. Ooh, the camera's changing for us there too. Something going on. We'll keep an eye on that. But we're also keeping an eye on the weekend forecast, which includes some changes.
Plus, we're live in the 608 ahead of the Wisconsin Grilled Cheese Championship. A preview of the big weekend event that Josh and I are set to host. It's going to be cheesy goodness straight ahead.
Yummy.
Furniture and Appliance Mart is hosting a massive appliance blowout. Dishwashers start at $11 a month. Refrigerators start at $12 a month. And washer and dryer pairs start at $18 a month. Plus 72 months special financing at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Community is helping each other. Making sure your neighbor is taken care of. At Lake Ridge Bank, community is who we are. We take pride in being a community bank, strengthening relationships and investing in the places we come from. It's why we are who we are. Lake Ridge Bank. Go far, go together.
Stanley Steamer loves Madison, Wisconsin. I'm Paul Ashik, local owner of Stanley Steamer here in Madison. We've been proudly cleaning your homes and businesses for over 30 years and will continue to keep your carpet, upholstery, area rugs, hard floors, and air ducts clean for many more. We strive to provide the best quality in both the services we provide and the equipment we use. That's why you've trusted us to keep Madison and southwestern Wisconsin homes cleaner, healthier, and more beautiful place to live. Call and book a cleaning today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Hit the ground running in the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet. Like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport, or the Ridgeline, made more rugged with better off-road performance, and more capable with different driving modes available to conquer snow, mud, and sand. Adventure on in the Honda for you. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Ashley is hosting a massive inventory blowout sale. Get guaranteed lowest prices on furniture and mattresses and save even more on clearance items. Plus, low monthly payments with no money down and free delivery in 3 days or less. Only at Ashley.
It's one thing to say you have the most accurate forecast. It's another to prove it, and we've done just that.
For the third year in a row, First Warn Weather has been certified most accurate in Madison by WeatherRate, an independent research firm. They study all news stations' forecasts every day to determine which forecasts align with the actual observed conditions.
Only one station came out on top, and that's News 3 Now First Warn Weather.
Trust the First Warn Weather team for your most accurate forecast. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. Another chance chance to see the northern lights tonight. Nearly all of the state should be able to see them this evening. This is a map of where exactly you'll be able to see the light show. So underneath that final green band, you'll see a thin red line. Every state above that line should be able to see them tonight. It covers most of Wisconsin, so I'm hoping we can see them here in southern Wisconsin. This is all because of that solar maximum we've been talking about. That means the sun is having more blasts of energy come out of it. We're going to continue to see this increased activity from the northern lights until the solar maximum comes to an end in 2025, so we have some time here.
I love hearing that we have more of a chance than just like, tonight's the night, because, you know, you never know. Sometimes the weather might have an impact on that, too.
I like the warning. I feel like I've never gotten a warning before.
Although usually we're by that time anyway.
You better believe it. Set an alarm.
We'll see. All right, Kelly, is that forecast going to line up for that? Because I know we have the rain moving in for the weekend.
Yeah, that's the thing that we'll have to deal with is the cloud cover coming in tonight. I don't know if it'll be completely thick enough to obscure the sky, but some of these high, thin clouds will continue to thicken up as we get into late afternoon into the evening hours. That may prevent us from really being able to view the northern lights later tonight. Right now, the front is well off to our west. This is a very slow-moving storm system producing rain in Minnesota, some of that stretching into northwestern parts of the state. We're not really expecting the rain to move in here until about this time tomorrow morning. Now, one thing we're watching are the river levels. Obviously, we have the moderate to major flooding that's ongoing along the Mississippi River. And here are some of the latest numbers that we have. Most of the northern sections in the Minnesota section down toward La Crosse, they are all starting to fall. And La Crosse starting to fall here as well at 15.8 feet. Now, as you go on the southern end, they are still cresting, likely to be cresting today or even into tomorrow. McGregor, right across from Prairie du Chien, should be cresting early tomorrow morning, almost there already at 22.91. So they still have some major flooding, moderate flooding down to the south of that. All right, right now the radar is quiet here locally. We are expecting that rain to move on in. Now, I don't think that will affect the river levels too much. Simply, it's not going to come down real heavy at any given point. It's just the duration of the rain that we're expecting, about a quarter to a half. But as you get up toward La Crosse, you could be talking about a half to maybe as much as an inch in some areas there in west central parts of the state. So enjoy it today because this will be the last real mild day until next Wednesday. We do have a slow-moving system coming in and will be with us throughout the weekend into early next week, and even can't rule out a few snowflakes at times. So enjoy the sunshine that we have now. Our sky cam from Platteville just showing some of those high, thin clouds. Now the Crazy Legs run may have to dodge some rain early on. I think as we get toward the noon hour, a lot of that rain should be moving on to the east. Temperatures this morning starting out in the 30s, so it is chilly this morning. 35 in Madison, 39 in Waunakee, 41 in Cross Plains and Sauk City. So some of those showers moving in during the morning hours, should be clearing out during the afternoon, but it will be blustery with those northwest winds at 10 to 20 and temperatures only hitting the low 50s. And then on the backside of it, we start to see some of that colder air wrapping in Sunday. Rain mixed with some snow. Don't expect accumulation, but here we are rounding out the month of April. We're talking about some snow in our forecast. Weekend does not look great into early next week. Still cold. It gradually gets better, though, and I think we'll finally get out of this weather pattern by the later part of next week with temperatures well in the 60s.
All right, consistently 60s there next week. I like that. Thank you, Kelly. 6:47, we are in the 608 this morning, and it's a big one with a preview of the Wisconsin Grilled Cheese Championship that Leah and I are set to host tomorrow.
You better believe it, and we have Zach Washa back in the house. You know, he's a Highland resident, so you can expect some ingenuity coming from these hands. Zach, what do you got this half hour for us?
Got bourbon bacon jam and reserve Gouda from Carr Valley on an Italian bread. And here we go. I'm going to take a bite. You can hear this crunch, and it'll make you jealous, Leah.
This is my favorite.
Oh,
yes.
Stop it.
Oh, my gosh.
Stop it.
I will never forget this moment, and Zach remembers when I was down there with him last year. There is something special, and what is it? Remember, remind our viewers, what is it that gives it that really crunchiness?
So I use ghee instead of regular butter. It's a clarified butter, and it just gives it a property that makes it so much crunchier. It's fantastic. I love it. I've been using it. This one is a garlic ghee this year. Ooh. So the garlic goes along with the bacon jam, and it's fantastic.
Okay, show us this grilled cheese behind that bourbon guy. This is what, an old-fashioned dessert guy?
This is my Wisconsin brandy old-fashioned dessert grilled cheese. And there's the middle of it.
Oh my God.
Leah, how jealous are you that you're not
and
there
I made
right
I'm dying.
The whipped cream is a stabilized mascarpone whipped cream with brandy and old-fashioned mix.
Okay, we are so excited for this event.
I'm going to take a bite of this one.
Oh, okay, we got to pause. Hear the crunch. Let's hear it.
Yes.
That's good stuff.
What I love about this event, Zach, and I mean, obviously you're there to win, right? But there's so many varieties of grilled cheeses out there and so much talent here in the great state of Wisconsin.
That's one of the fun things about this is you get to see everything else that everybody else has come up with over the last year. I love working with some of these other competitors and finding out what their secrets are and discussing what they got new coming through the pipeline. And it's a great opportunity to learn some new tricks.
All right, let's bring up the details on the screen right now. This is happening at Harris Park in Dodgeville. Doors open at 10:45 a.m. Josh and I will be there emceeing. Please come say hi. I can't wait to learn some tricks of the trade, get a couple of secrets from Zach. Zach, we so appreciate your time this morning, making us really hungry.
Absolutely, no problem, Leah. I have the big cheese here, Potsy Weber. He's got the shirt. It's the most important thing of this entire event is the big cheese. Couldn't happen without him.
Great guy, doing great things down there. You guys, we will see you tomorrow. It's going to be so much fun. I can already tell you I'm going to have to rein in Leah because she's going to be over there eating about 17 grilled cheeses.
Hold me back, boys. Hold me back. Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate it.
We'll have all of this information up on channel3000.com as well. Remember, you can always keep me updated on what inspires you in the 608. Just reach out on social media or email for a chance to be featured.
Stay with us, folks. The Morning Sprint is up next.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Very loud. It sounds like a bull running through a china shop. I don't know what else to say.
People don't realize how nice a door can run until they get it serviced. It's whisper quiet. Your neighbors will thank you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Spring into action and save on stressless seating at the Century House. Now get $400 off all classic power recliners, signature-based recliners and ottomans, and cross-base recliners and ottomans. And get $400 off most sofas and love seats. Imagine how much you can save building your dream sectional. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Less taxing, more savings. Right now at H&R Carpets and Flooring. Our flooring is durable and easy care, and it looks beautiful. It really is less taxing, and it's on sale now at H&R Carpets and Flooring in Wanakee.
Coming to Overture Center May 11th through 28th. Tickets on sale now at overture.org.
6:53, time for the morning sprint.
We start with breaking news of a deadly military crash overnight. The U.S. Army says 3 soldiers are dead in a helicopter crash in Alaska. It happened near the town of Healy, 2 hours south of Fairbanks. The 2 helicopters crashed while on their way back from a training flight. 2 soldiers died on scene. A 3rd died on the way to the hospital. 1 other soldier is injured this morning.
4 BNSF railroad workers are recovering this morning after getting injured in a train derailment along the Mississippi River. Take a look at this drone video from the derailment in Ferryville. Around 20 cars came off the tracks, including 2 that floated down the Mississippi. The train was carrying some hazardous materials, but emergency management tells us nothing dangerous was in the cars that went into the river.
Authorities in Sauk County are investigating the cause of a fire that killed a dog in Reedsburg earlier this week. Police say it was reported just after 11 a.m. Wednesday. The homeowners were able to get out safely with their other pets. Firefighters don't suspect foul play.
No one was injured when a fire broke out inside of an auto repair shop south of the Beltline. Madison firefighters responded to Kaiser Ford Thursday. Crews were able to extinguish the fire within roughly about 10 minutes. The fire did not spread into the building beyond the roof area. Everyone was able to evacuate safely without injuries. A guardsman accused of leaking classified military documents appearing in court where prosecutors argued he should remain in jail. Supporters say he is a scapegoat and suggested the Biden administration is embarrassed by the leaked information. No decision has been made in the hearing.
We want to take a minute to say happy birthday to Andreas and all the kids turning 3 on this April 28th. Thanks for celebrating with us here on News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning, meteorologist Kelly Slifka on a beautiful Friday. We enjoy today because we do have some changes coming our way later tonight going into the weekend. A front way off to our west has been producing some rain up into the northwestern parts of the state. We'll wait until tomorrow morning to see that rain. Right now it is chilly, 35 in Madison. We do have 42 in the Dells. Some high thin clouds throughout the morning hours into the afternoon, but I think by the noon hour we'll be in the low 60s, topping out in the upper 60s later today. So even a couple of degrees warmer than yesterday. So another beautiful afternoon to get outside and enjoy it. Winds will be light out of the east, less than 10 miles per hour. So we'll be in the 60s primarily throughout most of the afternoon, topping out some locations, maybe getting close to a 70. Our first warm forecast, 68 today, all comes to an end tomorrow. Some rain showers primarily in the morning, it looks like, but it will be breezy and chilly as temperatures hold in the 50s tomorrow. Only in the 40s, and some of that rain may actually mix with a little bit of snow at times, primarily in the early morning hours Sunday and then again on Monday. Still chilly early next week, but we do rebound. Hopefully we're almost over this hump of these cold shots of air as we are headed into a May next week. Temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. It looks like next weekend we get a break and get some nice weather for the weekend.
Finally looking forward to next week, Kelly. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us this morning. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here Monday.